I think we are on air. Hey, you guys,
Hey.
you gotta let me do my intro. I'm gonna introduce you, sis.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You gotta, you gotta calm down. Hey, you guys.
Okay.
Hey, you guys. It's Day Day, and we're here with a Strange Black Media podcast number 5. This is on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn. It won't be up right away. It'll probably be up on YouTube first, but it will eventually make its way to all the platforms I just named. I'm here with a special guest, my BFF, my best friend, my friend since college, um, Ivy. Hey, Ivy.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, everybody. We got a great show for you guys tonight. Well, a great podcast. I'm sorry.
Yes, a great podcast. And I definitely am a secretive person, so I'm really happy and glad to have one of my close personal friends, off YouTube to talk about some shit and dissect some shit. We have a lot of shit to dissect tonight.
Mm.
Oh my god. Like where do we start? Like, oh my god, like I feel like first of all, before we even dissect the bullshit, how is your 2019 going? Like, do you have any personal goals you want to set 2019? Like, you know, what's your mood 2019?
Well, my mood all 2019, I think, is going to be, I think, freedom. I think
Freedom.
liberation, because I really want to kind of free myself from, you know, all of the things that have kind of been put on my shoulders as a Black woman,
Right.
So I want to free myself from that. That's something I've been working on for a while, but 2019, I definitely want to crush it. 2019 and, forever, but I really want to kind of like free myself from, stereotypical Black norms, pressure, things like that. I want to free myself. My goals are to try to wear my hair in protective styles all year.
Okay.
That's one of my goals.
But you're pretty good at doing that though, right?
Yeah, but I'll go like 2-3 months with my natural hair out.
Also, so you're not doing natural hair out at all.
Like as soon as I take my braids out, I want to get a protective style put right back in.
Is that healthy? Like, aren't you supposed to let your hair breathe for a couple of days?
You are, but I usually I'll probably let it breathe for like 2-3 days. Um,
Okay. Okay.
and I can even just have it, in regular cornrows.
Right. That's true.
Nah, I don't gotta put crochet or nothing like that. But that's one of my goals. Another of my goals is to shop Black businesses as much as possible.
Yes, yes, that's a big one. And I've just gotten into that. This is not something I've been doing my whole life, but as of recent, learning the importance of, the Black dollar, Black businesses, um,
Mm-hmm.
building up wealth within the community. I definitely have been purchasing things from, Black businesses, Scotch Porter, the beard balm that I use. When I do have a beard, is a Black owned business. I think a Black man created it, as well as other things. Do you have any Black businesses that you one particular Black business that you frequent the most? I would say.
Um, I just really started looking into this laundry detergent because laundry detergent has been kind of making my eczema flare up recently.
Okay.
Um, it's called True. It's in like a purple looking laundry detergent bottle. It's becoming really famous amongst, the Black community market, I guess, on social media. So definitely True laundry detergent is supposed to be hypoallergenic, kind of helps with eczema and stuff like that. So, I'm kind of looking into that. Um, there's another Black business that does beauty care products, but I cannot think of the name. I'll think of it and shout it out on the podcast, so I'll look for it.
Okay. I think my motto for 2019 will definitely be let's make new, meaningful connections. Like, let's make new friends. Let's fuck with new people with good vibes. Good vibes only. Fuck,
Yes, good
fuck,
vibes only.
fuck bad vibes. Um, New life experiences. Um,
Mm.
and definitely to be more healthy. I've definitely been eating a lot of junk food lately. Not being, my best. Just getting back healthy, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, all that good shit. 2019,
Good shit, good shit. All 2019.
2019 is definitely going to be the year where I try to heal and, repair some things that I've done. I'm
Mm-hmm.
young. I'm young. It's not too late, so I definitely can fix some shit that I fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
And even you admitting that you have some things that you want to work on, that's a good step. Most
right,
motherfuckers don't even want to do that. So that's really the beginning of a healing process.
exactly. Thank you for that. And I wish everyone listening the best of luck 2019. I hope all your goals, are met. Hope make them realistic. Even though, I feel like with goals, I feel like we sometimes we do set unrealistic, unattainable goals.
Yes.
But I think that stepping stone to goals, like for example, if you want to lose 200 pounds, you say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year. Stepping stones to the big goals, start somewhere where it's actually attainable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't start like, oh, I'm going to lose 1,000 pounds in 5 months. Like it's not possible. It's
Yeah.
not
And
possible.
don't beat yourself up.
Exactly.
Don't
You know
beat
what I'm
yourself
saying?
up. One of my goals for 2018 was to travel once a month every year, outside of the state where I'm from. Um, and I traveled instead of traveling 12 months out of the year, I traveled nine. I want to say 9 or 10. I was like, I am grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of losing, 20 pounds, I lost 10, and I'm grateful for that. So, there were some hiccups. But I'm just be proud. Be proud. Progress is progress, no matter how small.
Okay.
Because you
Um,
could be going backwards. Oh,
oh, okay, Cardi B. Um,
for that bitch, she don't like dark skinned women. I can't. Okay.
exactly. Fuck Cardi B. We're on the same page. We're not Team Cardi B, but we're not
Mm-mm.
Team Nicki Minaj either, are we?
Um,
I'm disappointed in her.
no, no, hurtfully, no, we're not. Hurtfully, no.
So disappointed in Nicki Minaj. I feel like we grew up on her. Like she is definitely
Yes.
the main dominant female rapper of our millennial age range. But as of
Mm-hmm.
recent, she's made a lot of decisions where I just can't fuck with it no more. Um,
Yeah.
her dating choices, she's dating
Mm.
a murderer, she's dating a alleged rapist,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't fuck with it. And I really want to fuck with Nikki. I want to have her back because I do think that people are really they're on this thing. Like I feel like with rappers and even female singers, especially black female entertainers, there can only be one popping one at a time. And I feel like people are feeling Cardi. So it's like fuck Nikki. And like when Nicki Minaj was coming up, it was fuck Little Kim. So it's just like, well, why can't we just all be successful? So I want to be on her side, on Nicki's side. I want to have her back, but she makes it so hard too. So
Mm-hmm. For that childish shit.
you said childish shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And how hard is it to, she's a beautiful woman. She's a rapper. She's famous. She can find somebody of substance. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill is better than who she getting with now. And I really couldn't stand Meek Mill at first. Um,
But Meek Mill, you know what? Side note, people want to talk a lot of shit about Meek Mill, but to this day, I don't know exactly what he did wrong
right,
to the point where everyone had to go in on him so hard. That's what I don't understand. And then another thing is Meek Mill is actually becoming an advocate for prison to pipe school to prison pipeline. And
right,
he's also becoming an advocate for, a black man being in prison. Cause 70% of the people in prison they took a plea deal.
right.
And it's some of the stuff that they didn't do. So, he's actually become an advocate for that. And, he's not the most articulate person, to put out in front and speak to people, but he's really becoming an advocate and really becoming passionate about that, especially with these marijuana charges. They are charging Black men way too long in jail for marijuana charges when it's legal in states. I mean,
Exactly.
for people, if you're committing a non-violent crime, I don't understand why you got to have 15 to 20 years in prison. Not, you got to go to community service 4 or 5 times a week, or you got to take classes, or you got to get something taken away from you. But prison with murderers, rapists, people who, you know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother conversation. But, I'm just saying, I think she should get back with Meek, but he not having that. And I wouldn't either.
Yeah, and he also called out Travis Scott, right?
No, I didn't hear about that. What's T?
I thought you're the one who told me he called out Travis Scott on the bullshit about performing at the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, he did. He posted a tweet and he was like, but why? Like he put, because Complex Magazine and stuff, they'll tweet like, Travis Scott's performing for the Super Bowl. And then Meek Mill was like, but why though? Like, what is houses benefiting? So I commend him for that.
So if you guys did not know, Travis Scott is performing at the Super Bowl with Maroon 5. They tried to get Rihanna. She declined because she is stands in solidarity with Colin Kaepernick. They tried to get Cardi B. She declined. So all these big A-list Black and Latinx celebrities declining, Travis Scott decides that he's going to perform at the Super Bowl. And it's just like, it pissed me off, but I was like, look who he's has a kid with, Kylie Jenner. He's a part of the Kylie Kardashian Jenner clique, and everything they do is for money. So I'm not surprised. And then come to find out after that, we find out that he has been on his coon shit, been saying coon shit. I actually want to play this clip that he did a couple of years ago around the time that Mike Brown was shot and killed.
And play that shit. Play that shit.
Where was Mike Brown killed at? It was Florida. Was it Florida or St. Louis? I can't remember.
Give me 1 second.
But while you're looking that up, I'll just go ahead and play the clip of what Travis Scott said.
Okay.
For consequences that he probably inflicted. I'm like angry that so many Black people are acting like fake activists, and like even just like publicity, and we're still talking about this. Like, what I'm saying? I'm not saying Mike Brown was just like an evil person, but I'm not saying he was perfect either, and I'm not saying he deserved to get killed. He didn't. But I'm not saying that he didn't deserve to get pay for consequences that he probably inflicted. So that's what's like wrong with Black people, man. Like, I feel like, man, just like in culture in general.
So here we have Uncle Ruckus, aka Travis Scott, Uncle Travis. I can't stand when Black people do that. Oh, is this wrong with the Black community? And just like, what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? A white man who did the same thing that Mike Brown did would not have gotten killed in cold blood the way that they killed Mike Brown. And I think that's the issue, is that I think white people think in general that Black people want special privileges, or that we don't want to be held accountable for when we do wrong shit. But that's not true. We just want the same treatment that whites get. You know what I'm saying? You should not be punishing Blacks disproportionately for things that you don't punish whites for. And like you said, with the Black people, Black men selling marijuana or whatnot, white men, drug dealers, they're doing cocaine and they're selling stuff. They're not getting nowhere near the same amount of time that Black folks are getting for doing the exact same thing. And that's the fucked up thing about it. And it's just like shame on Travis Scott. Just like, I've never really even liked him. I like his one verse on Love Galore, and I do think that Sicko Mode is a cute song. It's a bop, but I don't really fuck with him. And moving forward, he's canceled. I don't fuck with Travis Scott.
Yeah, I don't. I can't get down with that. And he's just really problematic. And I remember me and you were having a conversation a couple of months ago, and we were talking about Black Trump supporters. And you had made a statement and said that some Black people, which I agree with you, some Black people believe that supporting Trump or doing things like performing at a Super Bowl is to their benefit, where they're at as far as their mindset and what they want. Some people believe that in order for them as an individual to be successful, they have to turn their back on the Black community.
Mm.
And that's not true. But depending on the life you want to live, what kind of people you want next to you, if you want that financial gain at the cost of your soul or your community or your people, then if you with that, I mean, then it would make sense for Travis Scott to perform at the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he having a baby with somebody who all about money, and I can't stand the damn Kardashian clan.
Me either. I can't. Me either.
I cannot. I cannot.
And his mentor is Kanye West. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well,
Kanye
fuck.
West is his mentor. Kanye West is also his daughter's uncle. Like their whole clique. Ugh, Kanye West. While we're on this whole Kardashian Jenner West Scott clique, what do you make of Kanye West's recent antics in this Trump thing? Where did we go wrong with Kanye? Because I feel like on his first couple of albums, he was seemingly woke. He got racism. He understood it. He called out white people and racism, but now it's just like a complete 180. And it's just like, where's this coming from?
With Kanye West, I'm just really disappointed, and more than anything, I'm hurt. Common sense, money changes people. I get that. But, his mother died. And around that time is when everything started going downhill. And, this has been said everywhere. He hasn't really dealt with that pain. And the people who were around him at the time when she died couldn't really.
Mm-hmm.
And no one is holding Kanye accountable in his personal circle. And I feel like Kanye has seen some things that we haven't seen. He has experienced some things that we haven't experienced. And, when you have a previous traumatic experience that you haven't dealt with, sometimes when you see things that you would normally handle in a mature way, when you have something that you haven't dealt with, sometimes you kind of act out when you see those things that you probably shouldn't be seeing, or meeting people that you probably shouldn't be meeting. People say the devil will come at you at your lowest point. That's what my grandmother always told me. The devil will come at you at your lowest point. And I firmly believe that's what happened. A negative entity, all of these people who just wanted to use him, exploit him, use him for his money, came to him when he was at his lowest point.
Right.
And he just ran with it. And because when Kanye first came out, he loved Black women, talked about Black women, talked about Black men not getting hired. He talked about colorism, the unfair treatment of dark-skinned people as a whole. He even said George Bush don't like Black people. He was one of the realest Black men in the game. And so I think, then white people didn't like that, and they had to calm his ass down. That's what happened on our graduation album, which was still a good album. He was still good, Kanye, by then. But then, he was with Amber Rose. That was the start of the downfall. I didn't know her too much about her as a person. I still don't, but she wasn't with him for love. She even admitted that. So, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, she was like, me and Kanye weren't serious. We were just a flame.
They were a long time fling. They were together for a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, what's tea? 'Cause-
And he wrote a whole album about her. That whole album after they broke up was pretty much about Amber Rose, but maybe on her side it was just a fling, maybe possibly.
What album was that? My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
It may have been that. I'm not really a Kanye fan. I like his first two albums, but after that, I just really was like, no. But there's a lot of talk about mental illness being a factor. You said,
Yes, it is. He openly says that he has anxiety and he struggles with depression and something else. I used to be a really big Kanye fan, and I just some of my friends that are still Kanye fans update me, but I stopped liking Kanye after My Dark Twisted Fantasy. I loved him up in like 808s and Heartbreaks is one of my favorite albums. Where he talked about his mom on there and some of the relationships that he's been having, and then My Dark Twisted Fantasy came out. That's when he started talking about white women, and that's when he kind of, I don't know if he was still with Amber Rose at that point, but he kind of, was dibbling and dabbling with Kim. I do know that. But yeah, I would say I pray for Kanye, but I don't. I don't want to pray for him. I don't want to send him good energy. I don't want to do that for him because he's just so far left. And for a while I was like, he'll come back. He'll divorce Kim. But they about to get on what, their fourth child, rumors say.
yes.
And it just hurts. It just hurts so bad. And I think that the Black community are as a whole are tired of seeing Black men do this.
Yeah.
It's really painful to watch. We got Travis Scott, we got Kanye, then we got who? I don't even want to say his name. I'm just so upset. My eyes are watering. I'm just so upset.
She's talking about Chance the Rapper. We'll get on what Chance said once we dissect the whole R.Kelly situation that's going on.
Oh fuck, that's another one.
Yes, disappointment all around when it comes to straight Black men.
Yes, let's be specific.
Straight Black men.
I never had a gay Black man ever do me wrong. I've always had gay Black men support me.
Oh.
Okay. I've always had gay Black men keep it real with me. I'm not gonna say we agreed on everything all the time.
No.
But I've never met, and all gay Black men are not the same. I know there's probably some gay Black men out there that I probably would never get along with. But
Exactly. It's some trash ass gay Black men for sure. Trash can ass gay Black men.
Trash can ass.
Coon ass gay Black men.
Coon ass, trash ass.
For a long time, Don Lemon was that way, but he did a 180. Like he did the opposite of what Kanye West did, and he's just so woke and real now.
Yeah, because I watched some old Don Lemon clips, and I was like,
And woke in a good way, because I do think that there's a type of woke that can be negative. Like I'm sure that Kanye West supporting Trump, I'm sure he thinks he's woke. But
I feel like when you lose someone like that, you need to find people that you're close with that are positive and help you. And I just don't feel like he had anyone, around. And I mean, Jay-Z they were pretty cool at that point, but I really wouldn't look up to Jay-Z as a mentor, maybe a financial advisor, but definitely not a mentor. Just definitely not a mentor in any capacity, but definitely a financial advisor for real.
What's T? What's T?
I feel like Jay-Z is a great businessman. I feel like Jay-Z is amazing with money. He's amazing with business. He's amazing with networking. He's amazing with talk game, promoting stuff. I mean, he's amazing at that. He's a boss. Like I said, I haven't said this, but me and Jay-Z have never met in person. But from what I do know about him, he's not the best husband.
Oh yeah.
And I really don't think that he's, he's kind of, he can be humble at times, but there are times when I feel like he can be cocky, and I don't feel like he's the best social person. If it's not dealing with money, if it's not a big event, I don't feel like he's the best social person. I feel like he can be kind of arrogant to people, be kind of mean, sometimes be a smart ass. And I mean, me honestly, I was never a Jay-Z fan. I mean, I guess he'll be remembered as one of the greatest rappers. But honestly, I feel like Tupac died and Biggie died and he was just next. Like I just don't feel like he is an amendment. I don't know, but I have my views on hip hop and who I like and who I don't, and I have my reasons for that. But I don't know. People be so fascinated with him. All he talk about is money.
I think Nas is more attractive than Jay-Z for sure.
Nas is fine, but he hits on women.
You said he hits on women?
Yeah, he abused his last girlfriend, Khalees.
That was his wife.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were married.
He denies that, but I don't know. Now he says that she was the one that was being abusive, so it's like he said, she said. I don't know.
But no, that nigga from New York, I don't know. That nigga from New York, I don't know. I just don't know.
Them New York niggas hard niggas. Is that what you trying to say?
Exactly. Them New York niggas, man. Brooklyn, Harlem, Queens. I don't know about that. I don't know. The New York niggas is.
Are you speaking from experience or is this observation? Like
this is not experience. I've never had any type of romantic relations or experiences with men from New York, but my friends have, and they've never had their hands been put on them, but I have heard, and I hope I don't offend nobody from up north. I'm not trying to, I'm just telling you what I've heard. New York men are very aggressive, very, and this is not all of them, very like rude and just, like, I ain't playing with you, bitch, type shit.
Now I have heard that too. I haven't heard this about up north men. I've heard this about New York specifically.
Yes. I've heard about New York and New Jersey, but New Jersey guys, I've only heard that from one person. So let me not say that, but I've heard that from New York specifically, and in specific areas: Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, places like that, and New York, New York. I've only heard it from places like that.
Right. So, yeah, I've heard that they are aggressive, and they be hollering at women, and they really go after what they want as far as like females and money and shit. So who knows? And they to it, but let's get off of that. I only wish Kanye West the best because he is a father. He has children. So if he is ill, if he's not right, I hope that he gets himself together, gets the help that he needs. Because obviously Kim, she's not doing anything positive, showing her titties and ass on Instagram and on Twitter to sell that damn makeup she keep on pushing, but. I just don't like her. I know y'all can tell I don't like her. Don't like you, Kim. But
I don't like them at all. I've never liked them. I remember when I was younger, my friends used to be obsessed with their show. And I would be like, what do these people do? Like, well, I'm thinking, maybe they own a business, or maybe they have contributed to society or music or art, or, they are, some white people, when they have reality shows, they go on adventures and eat food. I wanted to know something. What were they doing? But all they doing is spending money.
They have no talent. That's why it pissed me off when people came at Tiffany Haddish sideways. You know what I'm saying? Can we respect that? Can we dissect that? So, Tiffany Haddish had a New Year's Eve show. She did not do good, just being honest. She did flop. But from that, her not doing good, a lot of people were saying, oh, she has no talent. Let's leave untalented Tiffany Haddish in 2018. And I'm just like, really? So we can let Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner live without any talent, and they become billionaires, millionaires off these endorsement deals, but we can't let Tiffany do that too. You know what I'm saying? And at least
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, I don't believe that Tiffany is untalented. Do I find Tiffany Haddish funny personally? No, I don't. But that's my personal taste. I do think she's an okay actress. I think that I think she's a good to okay actress. And I don't think that as a black woman she would have been able to pop without any kind of talent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't just let black people pop without any kind of talent. If you ask me, like you got to be funny or so in some way. I feel like the person who discovered Tiffany Haddish saw something in her, and that's why she's where she is. And she's had a hard life, and she came from nothing. She is something. So I'm not gonna knock her down. Do you have any thoughts on Tiffany? You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Also, one last
yeah,
thing, one last thing. She don't bother anybody. She don't bother anybody. She don't comfort anybody unless they comfort her. So I'm not understanding why people were so happy and delighting in her misery and pain when she's not problematic at all.
cause
You
she
know,
a black woman.
right,
Point blank. Period. That's the only reason. Like point blank. Period. Like same thing with Monique. Oh, you ain't done nothing in 10, 15 years, or you ain't done nothing in this amount of long, and you lying on these people in Hollywood. Da, 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 and what happened? Allegations came through, sis. But
wow,
see, if it would have been a white woman, the investigation would have been ongoing, would have been already started. Everybody would have had some validity to it. But it's like black women, just we are the very end of the spectrum. We always get the shortest end of a stick if we ever get a stick at all. And it's like Tiffany Haddish, you right. When I had heard the news that her show in Miami was not good, I was just like, ooh, sis, like what's going on? Like what's wrong? And she did apologize.
right.
She did apologize during and after the show. Um and I feel like let's not act like no other comedian, male or female, black or white, has never had a bad show.
That's true.
Let's
You know,
not let's not
hmm
act like that. Now, Cat Williams said a couple of months ago that Tiffany Haddish was not funny and that she didn't really make jokes. I agree
okay.
with the not making jokes part,
He
but
also
Kevin Hart
said
doesn't make jokes either. Say what?
he also said that she can't do stand up and do like joke after joke after joke, like she can't do a set.
Yeah. Um, but I feel like Kevin Hart doesn't make jokes either. Like
He's not funny either. You know what I'm saying? And
Kevin
that's what I
Hart,
wanted to say.
when Kevin Hart first came out, I thought he was funny, but then I figured out his formula. Kevin Hart is short and dark skinned. And I feel like Kevin Hart tap dances for white people. I feel
Mhm.
like Kevin Hart makes fun of the fact that he's not funny, which makes it funny to some people.
Right.
And I don't feel like he could go on stage and creatively tell a joke. And like, you know what? I'm not mad at Kevin Hart though. Like he's been in the for the last 5 years, he's been in like a whole bunch of movies. Like
Right.
how many movies is this man gonna make? I'm not mad at him for grinding. I'm really not. But he's
And
not
he's the same character in every movie.
every
Well,
single movie because he makes fun of the fact that he's short. And I mean, he doesn't specifically make fun of the fact that he's dark skinned. But when he first started, I know he made a lot of short jokes, but he makes fun of the fact that he's not funny, which makes it funny to some people. Like But like actual comedians like Richard Pryor, Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, Jamie Foxx, who I'm kind of done with, but you know, Bernie Mac, oof, R.I.P. They actually make jokes, tell
R.I.P.
stories.
R.I.P.
So it's a little different. But Tiffany Haddish, look, sis, I wish you the best. And all you gotta do is bounce back from this and prove everyone wrong. You know, even Cat Williams, who I am a Cat Williams fan, I will admit. I do think he a little I feel like he didn't seen some things too. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, Cat Williams is all right with me. I don't know if I would want to be like friends with him. I feel like he has a lot of baggage, but you know, I'm a fan. But Tiffany Haddish, I wish her the best, and I do want people to get off of her ass. And I want her to, right now, I want her to take some time and go in hiding and recuperate and heal, and you know, get ready to shit on the haters when she's ready to do that.
Although I agree with what not Kevin Hart, Cat Williams said about Tiffany, I don't think as a fellow black comedian that he should have even spoken on her. Like if he had nothing nice to say, why say anything at all? Like why disrespect your peer? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And also people say that Tiffany Haddish she's a coon and that white people like her because, she's that stereotype of a ghetto black woman, but no one calls out Kevin Hart for being almost the male equivalent of Tiffany
Mm-hmm.
Haddish. You know what I'm saying? Keep that same energy for Kevin Hart. But like you said, it's because Tiffany Haddish is a black woman.
Yeah, it is. And um like I feel like with Kevin Hart, he's this like he plays this weird role for white people. Like some people will play, you know, the negative, stereotypical ghetto hood, you know, drug dealer, pants sagging low type shit thing for white people. But he plays this like dumb, almost like airhead character for white people. Like
It's like self deprecation almost.
yeah, like he's like a weird, like a token Negro. Like he's a weird
Right,
token Negro. Like he
right.
loves it though. He is tap dancing.
He's always
He
the
is
butt of
tap
the
fucking
joke.
dancing.
He's always the butt of the joke. He's always the punchline. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, and I
And
think that's one thing I respect about Cat Williams. He even made comments on that he would never want to be that for white people.
yeah.
And you know, Tiffany Haddish. You know, if that's the case, if she is tap dancing for white people, if you know, she'll learn, and once she learns, if she wants to continue to do that, that's her decision.
Moving on, I've been dreading this, but we need to discuss R. Kelly. Um, I'm in mourning. I'm in mourning because I really do fuck with a lot of R. Kelly songs. I think he is so talented. I think he is a music genius. Um, I think his music is able to make people feel a certain way, including myself, in a good way. But he's a predator. You know, um, there's a documentary out called "Surviving R. Kelly," and it's pretty much all these women. They talk about him with Aaliyah. Apparently, he met Aaliyah when she was 12, and they were having sex when she was young, and they got married when she was 15. And he was just, he would hang out at the malls and like scope out the schools, the high schools to get underage girls and just, do crazy things. He was, controlling um these young girls, and it was just all kinds of crazy stuff. Ivy, like
Yeah, I was on Twitter a couple of minutes ago, and this guy was like, "Let's talk about the fact that there's probably girls at R. Kelly's house right now," and I was like, "Yep." That's true. As far as R. Kelly, he's canceled.
Did you
He's
try to delete
canceled.
all his music?
Um, damn. Yeah. I mean, all of his music, I think that, you know, maybe the black community as a whole should come together and we should say five. We should say 5, 7 songs max. Um,
What?
and listen, I think that we should all download them off of YouTube MP3 so he doesn't make any money from them and be done with it because I can't. I cannot. I feel like, you know, he should have a lot of things stripped from him. And a lot of people say that, oh, you know, he was molested as a child. That's why we shouldn't be so hard on black men. They need to know, fuck that, because well, side note, I wish that the black community can handle our problems in private, and I wish that they weren't on show for everyone else to see, but he's a celebrity.
He is a celebrity.
I think he needs to be canceled completely, and I think people need to I need R. Kelly to understand that what he was doing was wrong, and I feel like he's not at a point where he's doing that, and I feel like people keep trying to make all these excuses, especially black men. From what I've seen, have been trying to make all of these excuses, and there are some black women who have soul train syndrome, and they want to, oh, but you know, his music is so good. But what about the girls who are suffering? What about these women's families? What about the experiences, the trauma they can't take back?
And
We just gonna undermine that? We just gonna undermine that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do shit like that. What he did was wrong. Point blank, period. If you want to have a conversation about it, let's start at the fact that what he did was wrong, and we can't put the blame on these young impressionable girls. Now, as far as them being, you know, victims, I do feel like it would have been beneficial for them. From what I know, I'm not watching the documentary. Well, I haven't decided yet. Right now, I'm not going to watch it. I do understand, from what I've heard, some of the girls are, you know, 16, 17-ish. If that is true, because like I said, I've heard it. If that is true, I think that it would have been beneficial for one of them to go and tell someone. However, I understand that, you know, that mental, emotional, social, emotional control is real. As one aspect. And two, I understand that sometimes it's embarrassing to admit that, you know, you've been sexually assaulted or sexually offended or raped, or, you know what I'm saying? Because as a woman, people will try to put the blame on you.
Right.
So, you know, I understand that. And then for the girls that, you know, at any point in time, if he was ever with somebody who was, you know, under the age of 13 or 12 or whatever, God willing, I hope they weren't, but, you know, how would you, as at 12 years old, how would you even articulate that?
Right. And that's what they were saying about Aaliyah. Like, I was watching someone's video on YouTube and they were like, you know, I wonder if she was traumatized by her experience with R. Kelly. And they were talking about how it wasn't that long between they were married. You know, they were married when she was 15 and when she died when she was 21. So, you know, she probably didn't have time to heal. But R. Kelly has never been held accountable for his actions. So I think as of now, I do think that now he's probably going to start getting some of what he deserves as far as, you know, him being held accountable for the countless of women that he raped, you know what I'm saying, and controlled and abused and subjugated. And it's
subjugated.
It's fucked up because a lot of the reasons why he wasn't punished is because his victims were black women. Black women.
But I am glad. And people have been talking about R. Kelly for years. So I'm just curious why it's coming out now. But
the Boondocks, like,
yes, Shout out to Aaron McGregor. The Boondocks was ahead of his time. If you really look at it and you have somewhat of an education, it was really life lessons. I don't care what no one says. If you had somewhat of an education, somewhat of a heightened sense of what's going on in the Black community, what's going on in the world and America, that show speaks volumes. But and there's a reason why it's structured the way that it's structured. It's not just for shits and giggles. But I'm glad that R. Kelly's victims, or let me not put ownership. I'm glad that, the women in these situations have come forth and decided to just disclose this information before R. Kelly was like 80, before he was like old and gray and about to die. I'm glad that they came forth, earlier, not trying to, take away credit or trying to, bash women who, I don't want to say waited, but who were ready or who decided to speak, on the Bill Cosby thing now that he was old and gray and about to die. I'm not trying to bash those men at all. I just hate when people don't get the shit they deserve, when they can really feel it.
Right.
That's my only thing. And right now, R. Kelly is going to feel it. I hope he gets karma to the 10th degree, I hope that he the fullest extent of the law.
So, do you think that the reason why he hasn't been held accountable is because his victims were Black women?
Yes, I do. I think implicit bias and race plays a big role in this. And I do think that he's not being held accountable because they're Black women, When you are a Black woman, they find every reason in the book to try to make you the predator.
Right.
Instead of the victim. And then it's like, as a Black person, you don't want to play the victim because you don't want to seem weak, but at the same time, this man has hurt you. He has done things to you that can't be undone. It's sad. It's disappointing. One thing I have noticed is that Black men who do things to hurt Black women don't get held accountable. They don't.
Right.
A lot of people think, oh, if a Black man had done it, then he would have been, crucified and he would have been killed and stuff, which in some cases is true, but that's when they involve white people. If you haven't noticed, look at Clarence Thomas, who sexually assaulted Anita Hill in 1992. He was a Black man who did it to a Black woman. He still got the Supreme Court judge seat. The media just let that go. You look at R. Kelly, what he's doing, he's Black women, he hasn't been held accountable. You look at Young Boy NBA, he's a rapper from Louisiana. What he did, look at all these rappers, they domestically abuse Black women and they're not held accountable. Let them do that to a white woman. Let Kanye put his hands on Kim. It will be over. But when they do it to Black women, it's like, well, did you make
They
him
don't
angry?
care.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they try to find excuses. Like,
They don't care.
and I'm not saying it doesn't happen to other women. I just feel like it happens to Black women more. And if it does, it happens to the 10th degree. Like, I've just noticed that Black men, public figures, celebrities, when they do things to Black women in a negative way, in a negative light, they're not held accountable, as opposed to if they did it to someone who is non-Black.
I agree.
I have noticed that pattern. Like,
I agree. I do want to play this clip of Chance the Rapper because he was interviewed for the I think it was the documentary, and he actually out his mouth said that he didn't pay the accusations any mind because the victims were Black women. Like, listen to this.
We're programmed to really be hypersensitive to Black male oppression. It's just prevalent in all media, and when you see niggas getting beat up by the police, it's meant like that's like a scene that you see. Like slavery, for a lot of people, they envision men in chains, like, but Black women are exponentially higher oppressed and violated group of people, like just in comparison to the whole world, Maybe I didn't care because I didn't value the accusers' stories, like because they were Black women, because
this is a lot to digest, but I have mixed feelings because I do think that there was some truth in this. He admitted that a lot of Black people, when they look at the Black experience, slavery, racism, police brutality, it is Black male centered. And I like the fact that he acknowledged the fact that Black women face these types of issues and trauma and stuff like that, and racism, and all Black women get the brunt of things more so than even Black men. And I'm glad that he not acknowledged that. But I have a hard time with the fact that he would even at any point in his life ignore the fact that these accusations were made because they were Black women. I do want to read a statement that he made because he did get backlash for it. And he did say something. He said this. He said, anyone mentioning that I had Black women in my family is deliberately missing the point. Regardless of the proximity of beneficial Black women in your life or being Black yourself, we are all capable of subconsciously discrediting Black women and their stories because it's been indoctrinated. And that's some real shit. It's a lot.
That is.
What do you think about this, Ivy?
I think he's 110% right. It has been indoctrinated. We have been socialized to feel like, well, it's different. This Black woman is different because it's my mom. But I still discredit Black women. It's been, socialized in us, instilled in us to do things like that. All people. And I'm proud of him for admitting it. One, admitting he was wrong. Two, being educated about what happened. But it just, I think, me being a Black woman, I'm just so, tired. And it just brought me to a place where, I used to like, I feel so hopeless sometimes because I feel like Black women really don't have anyone to protect them. Then you got your own Black men doing the shit to you. It's like, damn, like, it's not even about catching a win. It's just about being safe. Like, I feel like Black women don't have anyone to protect them. Malcolm X said a Black woman is the most disrespected, unprotected person in America. And he's right. To this day, he is right. Like, and we really holding down the fort by ourselves. And I think that's why Black women and gay Black men, as far as I've seen on social media, are really there for each other.
Right. There is,
because like you said, we get the brunt, if that's even something to even, you know what I'm saying? We always get the shortest end of the stick if we even get a stick. And it is the disrespect is real. The sexual subjectification is real. Sexual harassment, sexual offense is real. 1 in 3 Black women are gonna get sexually offended or assaulted in their lifetime. So when you look at Destiny's Child, there's 3 of them. 1 of them has been through something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just hurts. It really hurts. I'm hurt that Chance ever did that. But let's look at the fact that there's probably hundreds of other Black men that have done the same.
Right. He's pretty much admitting, which I can't fault him for. He's admitting that what I did was wrong. Yes, I have Black mom, Black daughter, Black wife, but it's ingrained in us to feel this way about each other, about our blackness. You know what I'm saying? Recognition is one of the first steps to healing. So, I felt a kind of way about it because it's like, well, how could you ever feel this way? But it's prevalent. So I can't be mad at Chance for acknowledging the fact that, he was wrong and that this is a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Chance is not canceled.
And even when you think about R. Kelly's songs, like Seems Like You're Ready, like what did you think that song was about? Like, I know you know that song, right?
Seems like you're ready. Yeah, I know that.
Yes. That song is creepy. What did you think?
Well, people say that 12 Play was named after a 12-year-old girl.
Aaliyah.
So I mean, I think it is what it is. He's talking about a prepubescent girl. Like that's what he's talking about. Like I don't put anything past this man. This man is a manipulator. He's a sexual deviant. Anybody doesn't know what that word is, look it up. He is a sexual deviant. That's what this man is. And 12 Play is kind of interesting. I didn't like that album. But looking back, and people are on Twitter doing this. They're, putting all these facts and documents together, and then they're going back and listening to his songs, and they're like, damn, that was about this. Damn, that was about that. So, people are slowly finding out. Like I said, my favorite album was Chocolate Factory. But
12 Play had some good songs. It had Bump and Grind, Seems Like You're Ready. My mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me.
Damn, that's a shame. Listen to all the song titles.
Yes.
Listen to all the song titles. My mind is telling me no. My mind is telling me no. Oh, God.
My body's telling me yes.
And then I don't see nothing wrong. Oh, my God.
And then, it seems like you're ready. I listen to it real nice and good, and it really feels like he is trying to seduce someone out of their virginity. Because he's just so seductive. Like he's just so good. Like it's just like,
he's charismatic.
Yes, he is.
You know who else was really charismatic and really got people to listen to them, even if it was something wrong? Hitler. So no, seriously. People.
I know about Hitler's ways.
So I mean, you talking about somebody that was good at manipulating people? Oh wow, he takes the cup. He takes the cup. He is Jewish and told he takes the cup. He takes the cup. So, people just have to, and I hate saying it, people need to be careful because people out here shouldn't even exist, shouldn't be wanting to do stuff like that. But obviously he has a problem and it needs to be fixed. But before it gets fixed, I need him to go to jail.
I agree. I definitely think that not Kanye West. I want him to go to jail too. Yeah. But I do think
2019 is the year of holding men accountable. And let's do it, okay?
Yes, please.
Holding men accountable. It will be no more boys will be boys. It will be no more making excuses. Lock these niggas up. Throw away the key. I am here for it, okay? And I wish that strong women everywhere could just unite, because it's just like women historically are just been taught to just deal with men's ways, deals with the ways of society. Because let's be honest, men don't come out of the womb wanting to rape women, wanting to sexually assault women. They learn that. Let's keep it real now. Like you don't come out of the womb bad.
You don't.
Things happen to you, you see things, and that makes you into something. Yes, we all have choices. We all have choices, and sometimes we don't make good choices, and that helps us curate who we are. And if we're not good people, then that shows.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to be held accountable for your choices. That's one thing my father always told me. And I'm not gonna say that, growing up I didn't experience, some patriarchal things that I kind of disagreed with. But nevertheless, my father and my mother always taught me to be a strong woman. And my father always taught me that from his mouth, there is no such thing as boys will be boys. He said niggas will be held accountable for their actions and persecuted responsibly. That's what my father told me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I just can't get with this boys will be boys, I don't, what does that mean? Why are boys like that? Why should we let boys be that way?
Right.
And I feel like there's a lot of women and a lot of people in society who are just letting it happen consciously and unconsciously. We're just letting it happen. And I think that because of everything that's been in the media, on social media, and the news, it's like sexual harassment and rape is kind of becoming a norm.
Mm-hmm.
It's another sexual harassment race. It's another sexual assault case. It's another, it's just becoming a norm and people are becoming numb to it, which is bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's my tea. I'm serving all liberation teas, all 2019. We got different flavors. You can get a straw. I am serving liberation teas all 2019.
In 2018, we did have the Me Too movement.
Yes.
Where I feel like there was this big push to where everybody was getting called out in Hollywood. White, black, Hispanic, Indian, anybody could get it if you had done things prior to
anybody could get it.
Prior to. So do you think that this Me Too, which started in 2018, do you think that will continue in 2019? Or are we back to our old trifling ways, basically? I
think it's over.
Really?
I think that until another celebrity tweets #MeToo, I think that we're just kind of in limbo, and people tend to do that. We tend to get excited about something, and it creates a lot of buzz, and we just kind of let it fall by the wayside. What the hell is going on with Weinstein? What the hell happened to that?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a little bit over until another celebrity tweets #MeToo, or until someone, brings it up.
Okay. I did bring up Me Too in 2018. So, this is my first video of 2019. So I do want to give a quick roundup of 2018. I had this article pulled up by the root of the biggest winners of 2018. They have Cardi B. As much as I don't like Cardi B, I can't deny that she had an amazing year, 2018. Mm-hmm. Songs pop, #1 song, #1 albums. She is right. She's rap's it girl, and I can't take that away from her. The incoming freshman congressional class, we have all these black women and all these women of color coming into the House of
yes.
Claps, snaps.
Yes.
Some of which are Alexandria. I can't pronounce her name. Alexandria Cortez. We have Johanna Hayes. We have Lucy Macbeth. We have Rashida Tlaib.
Yes, Rashida. Yes, baby.
Ayanna Presley, and another name that I cannot pronounce. It looks ethnic. It looks Muslim. I don't really know what's going on with this name, but congratulations to them. I think they just got sworn in. The Me Too movement, we already discussed the Me Too movement. In Black Hollywood, we had Black Panther did its thing this year. Was that this year or was that last year? I think it was this year, right? Or was it
that was 2018. That was February.
Okay. 2018 did its thing. Ava DuVernay has been making big moves in Hollywood. Cicely Tyson became the first Black woman in history to win an honorary Oscar. And it also lists Black America as winning this year. And I do think that, you know, Black in America, all this blackity black shit, we're definitely winning. And I do think that we're getting stronger. Like as much as we have to learn and work through in this community, I do think that we are taking good steps, positive steps to becoming better as a people. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but you know.
I agree. I definitely think that 2018 is one for the books. I think that Black people are becoming more stronger and united. I think that Black people are calling more Black people out on their bullshit, and I love that.
Right.
I love that. I think that people are really and as the 2019 as we enter 2019, I think that people like Chance the Rapper are really people. I think the last couple of months, the very ending of 2018, I kind of saw some black men, kind of admit, yeah, like I am a colorist. I do think that biracial women are my preference. We getting somewhere. We are definitely getting somewhere. Matter of fact, side note, shout out to my Black kings who love Black women. Point blank. Period.
Shout out to the Black kings who appreciate and
Yes,
respect.
and shout out to my Black queens. Okay, hold it down, baby. We all we got.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And honorable mentions to our first biracial queen, princess in the UK, Meghan Markle married.
Oh yes.
Yeah, shout out to Meghan Markle, biracial queen. Um, I do want to say also we had some horrible things happen. We looked at the downfall of Roseanne Barr. Um, I love Roseanne. I love Roseanne. She was my bitch. I fuck with Roseanne. She is a racist. She is a trash bitch. So, um, Drake and Pusha T had that beef. That
And
had
Pusha T won. Shout out to the North Carolina Virginia meetup.
Okay, Pusha T. Shout out to Pusha T. Um, and last but not least, this is gonna be sad, but I'm gonna read out some celebrities that we lost in 2018.
Mm,
We lost Anthony Bourdain. He is the famous chef and author of Unknown host. He died at age 61 on June 8th. He took his own life. That was really sad, and I did watch his show. Um, wow, we lost Stan Lee, the creator of Marvel. Stan Lee
yeah.
is a legendary comic book creator of some of Marvel's most iconic heroes, including Spider-Man, The Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man. He died November 12th at age 95.
Mm,
This one's really sad and really hit close to home with me. Mac Miller died September 7th at age 26. Oh my God. His death was declared an accidental overdose. Wow. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. Stephen
rest in
Hawking
peace.
died at age 76. We lost Aretha. We lost Aretha.
Oh, I know.
Aretha Franklin, the American Queen of Soul, passed away in August. She was 76 years old. I can name a couple of Aretha Franklin songs that I like. I love Respect. I love Say a Little Prayer for You. I love You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. And I love One Step
Mm.
Away, which is featured on the Moonlight soundtrack. Ivy.
I love Jump to It. I love that song.
Mm-hmm.
I love Daydreaming. I love Son of a Preacher Man. I love that song. I love Heartbreaker. I really love Aretha Franklin, point blank period. I wanted to meet her. Me and my grandmother used to listen to her together, so I really wanted to meet her before she died. But
we lost Burt Reynolds, legendary 70s and 80s Hollywood actor. He died at age 82, September 6th. We lost Kim Porter. This was so sad. She is the ex-girlfriend of P. Diddy. She's the mother of 3 of his kids. Christian and the twins, Delilah and Jesse, and she's also the mother of Quincy. She's so beautiful. So sorry that she died. Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace.
Oh my God, I did not know this. We lost Vern Troy. He played Mini Me in Austin Powers.
Damn, I didn't know that either.
I did not know that.
Oh.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Vern Troy. Oh, another one. We lost Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants. Steven Hillenburg died November 26th at the age of 57. He died as a result of ALS. He was originally diagnosed in March 2017, so he was diagnosed the year before he died. That's so crazy. SpongeBob is such a big part of my childhood, and I think every millennial almost every millennial can say that SpongeBob has impacted them in some way, or they watched it at some point in their lives. Definitely one of the leading cartoons of our generation. Started in 1999 and it's still going strong. Rest in peace, Steven Hillenburg.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Craig Mack.
Was he a rapper?
I think so.
Yeah, he was a part of the Bad Boy crew, I want to say.
Okay. Joe Jackson. Rest in peace, Joe Jackson.
Oh.
You know, I know he used to hit Michael and all them.
I know. I was just about to say, well, wait a minute now. One of his quotes was, people were interviewing him and they're like, do you feel bad for beating your son? And he was like, well, if I beat him, at least I beat him all the way to the bank. I was like, damn, Joe.
Well, I mean, Joe Jackson was a real nigga. I don't know. That was some real shit. I mean, I don't know. We are done. I had so much fun. This was so fun. We don't do this enough. Like, I really do think we have a good time, good conversation.
Yes, I loved it.
But anyway, I am Day Day.
I'm Ivy.
And we're signing off. Until next time. Bye, you guys. Happy 2019.
Happy New Year.
Bye.